Hello everyone, this is Schultzy, and I want to bring another tips trick on how to build a very, very fun and enjoyable Berserker. The Berserker, you can honestly deck out however you want, and honestly, truth be told, he's a fun class. You're going to need that first ability right there, Rampage. The second ability is that Frost Breath, and then the Shadow Beast attack. Shadow Burst, sorry. All three of these attacks are very fun to use, and even on even in beginning gameplay, putting those together, you can really have some fun and really mess around with it and do some insane damage and keep on trucking. And you know what? You'll be seeing through this gameplay that what your kind of a thing to do is you build up those kind of three areas. And what you can do is you can go Frost, smash with the slash with the rampage, whatever the slash and claw one looks like. I'm blanking out. And then you can blitz through with the Shadow Beast, which sucks up the health. So if you're getting hurt, you can easily suck up the health at the end of the battle to kill them off, which is a very good thing. Another one you can do is you can freeze them, that slows them down. You claw them to do a little extra damage, and then you Shadow Burst in. Because I mean, it's not the combination doesn't even have to be the same. It's situational, so you can use it however you want. Because I found out what I liked doing was Shadow Bursting into a large group, frosting them, slashing once or twice, and then Shadow Bursting out of there, so pretty much any damage I took was negated by amount of health. And I went, oh, I need a little more health, zip in and zip out again, and they started following you. You actually, with this build, you control a lot of the battle. You can freeze them, as you can see. I just literally frosted him. Oh, I'm in too many people surrounding me. I burst in once or twice, and you could just see just this aggressive style you can play, and it's not designed on you have to do it one way. And this is probably why I like Torchlight a lot. Killjoy really loves it a lot, and honestly, she kind of pointed this out to me. Please, if you like this, please say, "We love you, Killjoy." Please come back on. We love you, Killjoy, in the comments. Please say that for me and for her. But as you can see, it's a very simple mechanic. You do not have to follow even the order. It's all situational, and it's honestly, it's if you want to do it. And this is probably why I like doing this game with her. The builds are not, you're not forced down any one line of playing. You can do it whatever way you want. And I kind of enjoyed that they're letting any build go, and there's no right build. This is what I thought was hysterical. There is no one right build that you have to play. And you could just see here, you could just simply just hack and slash them, just bash them down, and it's like, okay, it seems a little boring, but you just go along and find the combination that fits you. And I feel this is another good build if you want to be a more button pressing using different powers and combinations. Because the first one I gave was more of a simple generic one, just to give you a little, if you're a rookie. This is not even a rookie, not even rookie stuff. If you just want to take a more relaxing approach, this is going to be hitting a little more buttons. But you can even see that slash freeze, and then okay, need a little help, zip on through. And that's what I liked about it. There was no wrong or right way of playing this. You can play it whatever way, the style. And this is a very good early style. If you have all these little points and you don't know what to do with it, and you don't want to keep stockpiling it, you can build up these attacks. And you don't even have to build them up a lot. You could just use the basic ones and just save it for later on, because honestly, as you can just see, just these simple small attacks, these simple small actions add a little bit more to the gameplay. So it's just not this one button clicking, and it actually changes up the gameplay a lot, how you play it and how you think on engaging. Because you can see, oh, I got no corner, I freaked out, and I thought, okay, I'll just Shadow Burst my way out of there. And this is a very good class to do if you have another teammate. If you have a couple people with you, you could be the tip of the spear and just breach in. You could just go, okay, we got a ton of people, let me go in, you Shadow Burst in, you slash your way, you freeze, and then you boost out, and everyone, and by then, if you didn't kill everyone, which this does a lot of damage, if you didn't kill everyone, you've pretty much softened up the whole group of enemies. And that's another thing, is like each of these classes can work together in such a great and fun way. And I mean, if they're coming at you one-on-one, you're kind of going to be most likely just smashing them and using occasional powers once or twice. Or, like me, just breathing on them with my horrible morning breath. Or with this guy's a horrible morning breath. But it's just the fact that you can see that it's not, there's no one gameplay style. I've just been playing and trying to figure it out. I've gotten a ton of hours on this, and I have a problem. I keep on like wanting to try out a new build, so I start up a new class, and I'm just like, okay, I want to see what different thing I can do. And then Killjoy is like, ooh, try this one out, and then I kind of just lose myself in just playing several different characters. And honestly, there's no one build character that's better than the other, which I don't know how to phrase that and why I'm like so surprised. But there's no one greater build, and it's so fun. And honestly, this is one of these games that very good multiplayer. There's no online DRM that has to worry about. You may have to sign up to play multiplayer with people and on your Steam's friend list, but it's still, there's nothing wrong with it. And you can just see I'm just goofing. I'm just getting. You can see I'm just getting. I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, so I shadow burst through them and freeze them. It's any game style, and there's no mandatory way. I found out that if I really wanted to mess around with it, was shadow burst in, freeze them, slash, and burst out, where it was this quick little damage, quick little elemental effects done to them. And when Killjoy was there, all she would do is she would be blowing them up. I think she had a mage at the time, or Frost, I'm trying to Ember Mage, and she just shot a fireball in that area, and it cleaned everyone up. And it was like, and honestly, another time she had the engineer, and she plodded along in, smashed her hammer down. I mean, as I'm saying, it's like there's no right or wrong. I have to say this is quite an enjoyable game. This gets my recommendation of a high to buy. And I know you probably don't need to hear this. It's been out for a while, and I've just been playing, trying to figure this out. And Killjoy's been loving this. Honestly, we've wasted around, 20 hours just goofing around. And honestly, we both have to say is we love every aspect about this. The story is not the world's greatest. It's just enough to push it through, but that's not always a hindrance, because sometimes you need story. The story is good enough just to make it entertaining. You got enough, but the thing is, it's the atmosphere this game produces. And the art style that it gives is 10 times better than any of these other modern AAA titles would be, and it's one of the most reasonably priced games in a long time. $20 for God knows how many hours of a straight gameplay campaign and infinite replayability. Killjoy and I have just been goofing around and having fun with it. And the fact that I really wish she was here and talking about it, because she herself loves it. I don't even know what class she likes the most, because she keeps on jumping between classes just like me, because we're like, ooh, this looked cool, let's play this. We've actually even had people jump in on our game and we didn't have a problem. And it was just like, okay, let's just burst on through having fun. And it was like, okay. And that's probably why we weren't even thinking about it. And that's why we were having so much fun, is that this game, you can play it by yourself and it's still fun. You play it with a bunch of people, it's still really fun. And even the loot drops that you get from it are not hindered. So if someone hits a loot and you're afraid that they're going to suck it all up, each time it opens up different for each player, which is a great thing of balance. And I never really thought of that. Because honestly, I was like, the only downside is the trade, you actually have to go through menus, but of a minor complaint with trading items with a buddy or someone, honestly, most people, yeah, you may think, oh, the guy's going to be hoarding stuff away, but there's no problem with that. And I know I'm rambling on different things, but that was the basic thing. Shadow Burst, Frost, I'll call it Morning Breath, and the Rampaging Slash. I hope you've enjoyed my ramblings. I'm going to ramble on just a little bit more because I really love this game. She's loved this game. Please say in the comments, we love you, Killjoy. Thank you, Killjoy. And honestly, as you can see, even that, the art style, very simple. This may be the beginning area because I have a problem. I can't put it down. I keep on wanting to come back, and you can just see, I freeze them, it does frost damage, and it also slows them down. There's so many ways to play together with people, trying to outthink the computer and outthink on how to engage. This is a really cool mind teaser if you're trying to min and max, because there's no right way of minning and maxing. And it just, honestly, I just wanted to zoom in so you can really see that, okay, you get these really beautiful, colorful, cartoony caricature animations, and you could just see there's so much, even in the simple text, it wasn't just like glowing red, glowing blue. You got there's beasts coming out around you, even though this is kind of a shamanistic look to it. And you could just see it's just so fun and beautiful, and just, even the monsters, they scream, and when they go screaming, they're funny and they're hysterical. Almost as funny and hysterical as Borderlands. And yes, I will go back to my other series. I got several of them lined up. And honestly, you're going to get tons and tons of giblets in this game by slashing and hacking people. And this is a very addictive setting up your loot and setting up your guys. You will not be disappointed. But it's just the fact that there's no right combination, and I'll be continually giving tips, tricks, and tactics, and just little things like that. And it's the fact that each time you engage in a situation, it depends. And also, if you're bored and you think you're going too slow, you can do the shell burst to kind of jump in one way. There's no, I mean, that's little things like that. And it's the fact that you can just see, freeze them out, slash them, they're already dead. Yeah, these may be really simple, easy enemies to kill, but that alone, you can do so much damage. You can zip on through. There's nothing wrong with it. Not in the least. And honestly, this is probably winding down. I mean, right now, I burst in the wrong way, but slash burst, gain a health, freeze burst, slash. It's just how you want to engage them. And sometimes it's better to use the burst to get out of combat, and sometimes it's better to burst to get into combat. Because and honestly, this is what makes a very great game. There is no wrong way to play it. Some may say that means there's no direction. You got several classes, and you can play them whatever way, and it makes it balanced for hardcore audiences who know the ins and outs of it, and for casual players who are kind of interested in it and are kind of not able to get easily into it. Yes, and honestly, later levels you're going to probably be upgrading several different other stats. But you know what? This alone, even against bosses, you can just start messing with them. Take one too many hits. Oh, okay, I need health. You're gonna go zipping on through. Right from there, you could just see my health. You pretty much, this class, you could almost only use mana potions and only have a handful of health. And I mean, that's what makes it so fun, that you'll be using your mana to heal up and doing damage. And I mean, you can just see this action, even no matter how intense it gets, you can easily burst out of there. And even if you do, you just need to you can use the burst to reposition to get a better angle for one of your other powers. Because if you're getting overwhelmed, you can burst away, pull out, and then freeze. Use your frost breath to get a whole group of people frozen and hurt. Burst through them and slash them, and you can really kill them really super quick. I have to say, it can turn fast and frenetic. You may need to tap your keys a couple more times. You might have to use more than one button to click on it, but you can see it's super fun. I like to say, everyone, thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. Please tell me what you think down in the comments. Please say we love you, Killjoy. And you can just see my last little bit of combat, how it's going, and just how simple and fun it is. You may be going down on mana a lot, but you don't really need to be super strong in your builds. You can actually have a generic character with just a well-balanced stats and do it. And I'd like to say, everyone, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this helped. I hope I can help you in the future. And I'd like to say, everyone, thank you, and good night.